Hello, welcome to Tim's Tiny Arcade. Today I have a video where we're going to be talking about arcade tokens. Now, as a kid growing up, a lot of the arcades used tokens instead of quarters. And here in the last few years, I've been starting to collect some of the tokens, either from current arcades that still use tokens, and then I've even bought a few on eBay, trying to get some of that nostalgia from when I was a kid. Anyway, I've got a little collection here that I'm going to be showing today on the channel. We'll kind of go through each one and maybe talk about the arcade a little bit. But like a little bit different video today. But guys, arcade tokens is something that I'm pretty passionate about collecting now. I mean, I collect games and everything else, but the tokens have a lot of nostalgia. So guys, let's jump right into it.
Welcome to Tim'sTinyArcade.com podcast, YouTube. What the hell is it, Tim? What is it? YouTube. Tim's Tiny Arcade. Boom shakalaka.
All right, so the first arcade we're going to be looking at is the National Video Game Museum. I visited down there a few years back. It's in Frisco, Texas. I was on vacation. There's arcade there, every home console you can think of, the world's largest Pong machines there. So we're going to take a look because they had tokens there. So let's take a look at the first token. All right, so here is the token that I got from Frisco, Texas, the National Video Game Museum. This is the same, that's just the front and back of it. I had a couple of these that I didn't spend in the arcade, just kept as souvenirs, but this is what they had down there. A nice little arcade. I don't know, there's maybe 40 some games there. There's a lot to do with that arcade, but I'm super glad that I ended up keeping these and got these as part of my collection. If you guys are ever down in the Texas area near that, I highly recommend visiting. Not just the arcade, but they have everything that you can think of video game related, all the way from Atari 2600 all the way to the modern stuff, and you can play it. So, but anyway, for the arcade, these were the tokens that I got there. All right, so next on the list is Aladdin's Castle. I know a lot of you had Aladdin's Castles in your area also, and I was lucky enough to have one. And right next to it, we had a pizza joint, Monocle's Pizza. So you could go have pizza, then go to the arcade, play games. Now this token I had to actually get on eBay. I didn't have one from back in the 80s, but you can get these tokens pretty cheap. And I was super stoked to get one. And there's different kind of Aladdin Castle tokens, but the one I'm going to show you guys is the one I have. But there are different varieties of them out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Bally's Aladdin Castle token that I have in my collection and take a close look at that one. All right, so here is the Bally Aladdin's Castle. Pretty cool. I mean, you've got a little genie bottle right there. There's a few different varieties of these out there. I was looking on eBay when I got this one. I got this one pretty cheap. Let's take a look at the other side. It's a genie bottle on the back side of this one. So if we flip it over there, there's what mine looks like. But I saw some others out there. I like this one, the one I picked out. I may get some more. But anyway, you know, pizza and then over to Aladdin's Castle. That was part of my childhood. All right, guys, let's jump into the next one. All right, so the next arcade, Up Down, St. Louis. Now, I've personally never been there, but I had a friend that was down there, and he picked me up a token from down there. But I've done a video on it because he got a whole bunch of footage for me. I can put a link in the description if you want to check this arcade out, but there's a lot of nostalgia here, food and everything. So let's take a look at the token that I got from down there that he gave me. All right, so here is the up-down token. A little more plain than some of them. You know, it's got their name on there. It's also got like their symbol, which is 2 arrows in a circle. And if you flip this thing over, they have the arrows there. Pretty cool, though, to still have in my collection, even though I've not been there. And I do have a video on YouTube. What I can say, I'll put a link in the description if you want to check this one out. And I'm pretty glad to have this in my collection because there's not as many arcades that nowadays that do the tokens. It's more pay as you go. So nice to have this one added to the collection. All right, Spaceport, probably my favorite arcade growing up as a kid. I was there Friday nights, Saturday nights in my teens. I have more nostalgia for this arcade than any other one, and it's my favorite arcade token that I just recently picked up. So let's take a look at the Spaceport token. So here is the Spaceport token. I love the design there. It says Spaceport there. It's got some stars. Looks like a rocket ship taking off. I had to get this one on eBay. I think I paid around maybe $6 shipped to my house on this one. So you can see there it says Spaceport, Space Money. I remember playing, I remember the arcade games I'd play there. I played Contra. I'd play Atari Football with the trackball. WWF Wrestling was in there. This was up on our campus at the U of I, and it was always a busy place. And I'm real excited to have this one added to my collection more than probably any of the others, just because I spent so much time at Spaceport. But that's a look at that one. Pretty cool art on that one. I really like this one. It's my favorite one. So Nerd Haven is the next arcade. It's located in Madison, Wisconsin. I personally have not been to this one. I had a friend that picked me up a token here. They have a ton of games. I actually did a video on this one also because I got a lot of footage. I put a link in the description on that one. But the token they have there is pretty cool. Let's take a quick look at it. So here is the Nerd Haven token. As you can see down at the bottom there, there is a little Pac-Man symbol. And then, like at the beginning of when I was showing Nerd Haven, this is the symbol for their store, their logo. On the back, though, is pretty cool. I do really like this token. It's one of my favorites. Right there, you guys can see. It says Nerd Haven. And then right there in the center, they have the Space Invader symbol. I'm thinking that's probably why I like this one the most. Or not the most, but one of my favorite tokens. Just because that symbol being on there. Pretty cool that they added that. But I'll put a link in the description so you guys can take a look at this arcade also. So our last stop looking at tokens is going to be Galloping Ghost Arcade. Now they are pay to play, but Doc Mac gave me a token and I wanted to show it on my channel. 940 some arcade games. One of the best arcade owners you could ever meet. Super nice guy, Doc Mac. I've done many videos with Doc. Checking out his arcade, and he's not met a stranger. He'll talk to you about games all day long. But I definitely wanted to show the token he gave me. Let's take a look at it now. All right, so this is the token Doc Mac gave me. Super cool. I believe that says 2017 on it. The back side of it here, as you can see, Galloping Ghost Arcade. Now this token here I think can be used for a day pass. You can't put these in the machines there. Everything's on free play there. But if he gives you one of these, you can go to his arcade and check out the games. I kept this as a souvenir. One of my favorite ones. One of my favorite arcades. Like I said, 940 games and on their way to 1,000. Pretty cool to have this in my collection. One of my favorite tokens. So here's how I display them. I've just kind of got a frame here and kind of taped a little tape in there. Kind of got a little Pac-Man background. Also, you can see I had some cards. This came from Pac-Man Entertainment. You know, a lot of arcades are that way. This is Arcade City, you know. But, you know, I kind of just kept those. But that's kind of more the way modern arcades are doing things. But, like I said, I have a lot of nostalgia for these. Spaceport and Aladdin's Castle. I need to get a tilt one. That'll probably be the next one I try to get, because that'll be one I'd like to add to my collection also. Guys, let me know if you guys collect tokens, or let me know some arcades that you used to play that had tokens in the comments. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, keep on gaming.